please. Just getting myself a little bit organized here. Right, hello. How are you? Are you well? Are you good? Everything good there? It's alright if it's not, but you know, I hope it is. Right, one more little tweaky thing, and then we're off. Okay, so time for a bit of meditation. I meditate throughout the day, and this is just the one I do on Facebook, Instagram and YouTube, and today is one of the days I work with people doing one-to-one sessions. So on days like today, I pretty much spend the whole day meditating. So it's not a class, it's just a chance to meditate together. So if you're familiar with meditation, that's brilliant. But if you could just hang on for a minute while I explain what I do, just for the benefit of people who are new to meditation. Because meditation is a funny thing. There's lots of things about it on the internet and books and all sorts of things, and yet people, you know, even with all the information, they still kind of say to me, well, what do you actually do? So this is just what I do. There's lots of different styles of meditation. This is just what I do. So I've been doing this for years, and for me it starts with why I would meditate, because I'm trying to connect with a part of me that I connect to every night when I go to sleep. Not the dreaming bit, the bit after dreaming. So I'm dreaming, and then I drop out the bottom of dreaming into deep, dreamless sleep, where I have no memory of being there. I've got no thoughts when I'm there. I've got no body. I've got no stories. I've got nothing. I sort of cease to exist in the way that I normally register my existence. And yet, I just, you know, it sounds terrible. It sounds like death. But still, I just love going to sleep. And when I wake up in the morning, I feel refreshed. So somewhere I know that that is a good place. And that's the place I want to go to with my meditation. I just want to do it consciously. So as I say, no thoughts there. For some reason, my mind can't seem to penetrate that place. So I have to find a way to get over my mind, or through my mind, or around my mind. So what I do is I make a little arrangement with my mind where I say, hey, could you just not think for the next 15 minutes, please? And my mind kind of knows the drill at this stage. So it's like, yep, okay, fine. I've read about meditation. I've got lots of ideas about meditation. Got lots of concepts about meditation. I like the idea of being a meditator. So yeah, that's fine. Let's do that. So that's good. And then stopping meditation. No, stopping thinking. That's not that hard, because thoughts are just made up of pictures and sound. So if I turn off the pictures and I turn off the sound, well, then that's it. I'm not thinking. So that's great. So then I'm into the practice of meditation. So what I was talking about earlier on, about going to that deep, mysterious, beautiful, peaceful, possibly eternal place, that's the intention of meditation. And that's the sort of thing you read about a lot and gets a lot of publicity. The practice of meditation, not so much. The practice of meditation kind of goes, I turn off the pictures, I turn off the sound, so I stop thinking. Then a little bit of time passes and I discover I'm thinking again. So I turn off the pictures, I turn off the sound, I stop thinking again. A little bit more time passes and I discover I'm thinking again. So I turn off the pictures, I turn off the sound, and so on and on. Repeatedly bringing myself back to not thinking. And I've had people say things to me like, when meditation comes up, they go, oh no, tried meditation, not really my thing, I think too much, I've got a busy mind, I think I've got, you know, too busy mind. Yeah, not really for me. Which is sad, because I think it's just a case of not really knowing about the practice of meditation and how it goes parallel, in tandem with the intention of meditation. And has, you know, comes from that kind of misconception that to meditate, or you know, if you meditate, you must have a completely still mind and be a Zen-like, and for 15 minutes straight, no, not a ripple, which is not the case at all. So, if in the next 15 minutes you find that you're thinking a lot, or what you think is a lot, that's fine. That's the practice of meditation. It's not sort of how many times you discover that you're thinking. It's that just you don't add to your thinking by thinking about how much you're thinking. You just keep bringing your mind back. Every time you discover you're thinking, you're like, oh, there I am thinking. Bring myself back. Turn off the pictures, turn off the sound. Right. So while all that's going on, I'm also letting go of tension in my body. which is a good way of becoming more conscious of my body. And like, I have a system for it because it's too vague without a system for me. So I just got to scan my body from my head down to my feet and back up again, very slowly, very gently. Anywhere I find tension, I let it go. And I use my out breath to let the tension go, because it's natural to just let it go at the out breath. Feels like you can almost feel the tension going out with your out breath. And it's also a good way to remember to breathe, because if you're new to meditation, and even if you've been meditating for a while, it's quite easy to hold your breath or to forget to breathe when meditating, because you've got all this other stuff going on. So yeah, using the out breath to let the tension go is a good way to remember to breathe. As I'm scanning my body up and down, I'm paying particular attention to any structures that go transverse or across my body, because mostly my body runs longitudinally. So anywhere that goes across my body, I think of it like a log going across a stream. You know, it just sort of picks up things like the leaves and the twigs and anything that comes down the stream. So it's similar. Structures that go across my body have a tendency to accumulate more tension than other structures. So I'm paying particular attention to my eyes. There's a lot of tension can be in the eyes. You know, there's sort of 6 muscles. Move your eyeballs around. There can be a lot of tension there. My jaw, my tongue, the base of my neck, my shoulder girdle, all my joints. So my shoulders, my elbows, my wrists, my fingers, my finger joints, my heart area, my respiratory diaphragm, my intestines. They're going everywhere. My pelvic floor, my hips, my knees, my ankles, and my feet, my toes. If you're new to meditation, having a quiet room where you're not going to be disturbed is great, because one of the things that happens when you close your eyes to begin to meditate, your other senses amplify, so you hear a lot more, and one of the things that triggers thoughts is little noises. So yeah, quiet room is very helpful. I encourage you to sit up when you're meditating, particularly if you're at the beginning. If you lie down, your body will go, oh, I'm lying down and my eyes are closed, it must be time for sleep. So you'll either fall asleep, which there's nothing wrong with, but the intention of the meditation is to go into that place consciously, not unconsciously. And if you don't fall asleep, you'll battle sleep, and that's very distracting. So yeah, I encourage you to sit up. You don't have to sit in a lotus position or anything like that. I just sit in a chair. That's not to say if you want to sit in a lotus position, you can't. That's fine, if you're comfortable. And then I set a timer for how long I'm going to meditate for the similar reasons. Just it helps my mind. It's one less thing to think about. And if you're new, I would suggest you set your timer for 5 minutes and then repeat that 3 times, because 15 minutes can feel like a long time if you're not used to it. And it will almost defeat the purpose, because at around the 7-minute mark, you'll start to wonder if you turn the timer on, if the timer is broken, if something has happened. It'll just generate more thoughts. So 5 minutes or 3 times, you'll find it easier, and then you can sort of you can work that up over time. Okay, so if there are no questions, let me check the socials. No, good, great. See, I didn't start the timer. Okay, off we go into the mystery. so that's time. If you feel like you've gone very deeply inside and you feel like you need to come back from that, that's fine. Take your time before you open your eyes. Or if you feel like you can hold the inner space and the outer space at the same time, then just open your eyes. Thanks very much for meditating with me, and see you tomorrow for some more meditation. Bye.